Hi everyone. I chose SwirlBall for today. This is a Step Out by Ina Moser. I found this one to be really fascinating. I really like in her sample how she's got one on top of another one. I think that's really quite interesting. So I'm going to give that a go. Starting out, we're going to start out with a pencil circle or circular roundish shape like that. Okay, then at the very top we're going to start with this little sort of a swirl so that it's kind of curl, and then it comes up here. I guess it could go either direction, but this is the way Ina's got it, and it ends up right there on your pencil line, right at the top of the ball. And then we're going to connect that like this, come around and kind of like that. And then under that, then you can fill this piece in, and then the next one down is going to be, follow this curve, I'm going to come here and here. Whenever you hit the line on the edge, follow the curve, and then continue all the way down. So you're going to make these stripes all the way down, and then once you erase your pencil, they'll look like a ball that's kind of like floating in air. You can fill that in whatever way you want. In her sample, obviously she has different size of the curves and in different colors. So see how you can have a wide one and a skinny one. And this one, these two seem to be a little more egg-shaped. I don't know what shape I'm going to do yet, but I'm going to employ this pattern. Guess I'll do it here. Just deciding on which piece of paper to use. Turn on my light, nice and bright. It's a gloomy day today. We're supposed to have rain all week. We had rain 2 days ago, and then we had one day it was dry but a little overcast. Today is rain. It has stopped for the moment, so I thought I'd come out and draw while it was dry. I do 3 of them. That. I think I will. That one's going to be behind. This is going to be the one on top, and that one's be in the middle, I think. We'll see what that does. So yeah, I just decided that I just really needed to come out and draw while it was quiet. I need a pen. So this one's going to go this way, like that, and then like that, right? Something like that. That's at the very top part. Oop, wrong direction. Zoom you in just a bit. And then like that, and like that. Something like this. Just following that ball shape. That worked. Kind of, sort of. I don't want to color it yet because I may want to put, I don't know if I want to put them all in black, if I want to do different colors. I'm not sure yet. So I'm going to do them this way. I'm going to do this one. Same thing. I'm going to start with a swirl. Like so. Like that. And then like so. Something like that. My lines are a little wonky. I didn't do any practice drawing today before I came out here to draw, so sometimes I do, and my lines are usually a little less wonky. I'm gonna make sure that I go under and just follow this and keep that like that. And then you wouldn't see, it would be there and it would come out here. And then coming this way, I'm going to go back the other way because I'm not sure what I would and wouldn't see over here. So let's see, like that, I think. Something like that. I'm good with that. And now I'm going to do one in the back here, and that one will be a little more complex because of all of these spaces. Start up here. Maybe I'll start here, a little further out. That. I think I'm catching my cold back again. My sinuses have been just killing me the last 2 days. Or my other thought is maybe it's some sort of allergy. I don't know. I've just been dying with my sinuses, which is not good. That's a challenge. Doing it behind like that, that's a real challenge, folks. If you want to give yourself a challenge, I would say this is the one. Trying to figure out what's on top, what's on the bottom, what's solid, what's open space. Yeah. That one's solid, so this can go under here. this goes through here. This for sure. I think I can see there. Like that. How did that go? Did that go all right? Yeah, I think so. Okay, so this one will go here. And here. And here. And here. Like that. You won't really see maybe a corner of that there. Oh, this is a challenge. I gave myself a challenge. Hoo-wee! And I was supposed to go way smaller because I had my line over here, not way over here. I'm following the wrong darn line. Haha. Yeah, I am. I don't know where I was going with this, but I was supposed to come smaller here. So now this ball's got to be bigger. I need a new pencil line. I need to get rid of all these other ones. And I need to figure out where this shape is going. This shape is going way down here. Maybe even bigger yet than that. Okay, let's try to follow that line. Since I didn't follow my first one, I was so worried about going unders that I wasn't paying attention where I was supposed to stop. That's okay. You know, it is what it is. Sort of happy accidents, right? We'll go with the Bob Ross theory here. Make that stripe kind of big. Like that. How's it doing? It's okay. Something like that. I got a little carried away, but that's okay. That will mean that if I color, I'll be able to see the different layers better. So I think that might be a good thing. I think I'm going to color with markers. Okay, so let's give this guy, how is it gonna live? Zoom back out. It's gonna live, I actually kind of like it that way. It's gonna live that way. And this is SwirlBall. And I'm going to color it in marker. And I think I'm going to color a light blue and a light yellow and maybe a pink or an orange. Which one should I go for, guys? Pink or orange? I'm trying to hear your collective thoughts. Pink? Alrighty, pink. That's what I heard. If you were yelling a different color, I'm sorry. I'm going to put the blue and the yellow on top and the pink in the back. Well, let's start with yellow. I'm just using these watercolor dual tip markers from Artists Loft. I think these markers are fine. They're not, you know, they're not Copics by any means because they're obviously a watercolor marker. But I kind of like them as a watercolor thing because you can layer up colors and use a water brush and manipulate those colors. So I may choose another color for shading and do that. We'll see. Okay, so there's my yellow ball. Oops. And then my blue one, right? I decided I was going to have the pink one in the back. Yeah, I think that's what I decided. Oh, the blue one. Ooh, that's a bright blue. That was a little brighter than I had anticipated. I forgot that the cap and the ink are different colored. Oh well. It's okay. It's the color I started with. My hand is a little shaky today. You see that? Look at that. My hand is not normally shaky, but can you see that when I put my hand? It's not staying still. That's crazy. Why are my hands shaky today? I have not had any caffeine. But maybe it has something to do with my sinuses, because you know, when you're not feeling well, your whole body can be off. Not just the part that doesn't feel good, but the whole body. So, how are you guys? Like I said, it's been cold and wet here. And I don't know if that cold never went away, the one I had from before at Christmas, or if this is something new, or what. But I feel like if my sinuses don't feel any better in the next couple of days, I am taking over-the-counter stuff, but if they don't feel better in the next couple of days, I've probably turned into a sinus infection because I do tend to get those. And I'll have to run over to the clinic and get me some antibiotics. We'll see. Just see how I feel. And then when I'm going to shade this thing, I don't know. I haven't decided how I want to shade it yet. Am I going to shade it with markers? Am I going to shade it with pencil? I don't really know. I'm not being overly... I'm getting outside the lines here. My hand is not doing exactly what I'm asking it to do. It's going a little wonky. So, just so you know, it happens. Maybe if I push a little harder, I'll get more control. I don't know. I try to be really light with my pens. I try not to, I'm like barely touching the paper. Maybe these markers need a different technique. So I need to decide how I want to shade these, I think. I need to decide if I'm using pencil or if I'm going to use color, or how it's going to, where's the light source, all that stuff. I need to think about that. I may get a second piece, just a quick piece of scrap paper and decide over there. So I'm basically done here. If you want to fast forward to the end, feel free. I'm just hoping I didn't goof up somewhere along the way here. Maybe I'll start with the middle here, just at the end. Did you hear the trash truck? You guys know what that means. It means I'm recording on a Tuesday. I must say I'm really pleased with the temperature that's staying in the art studio. My husband got a new weather station for Christmas, and it had multiple sensors, and so we've got one sensor outside that just tells you the general outside temperature, and then of course it has one for inside which tells you the in-house temperature, but it came with 2 extra sensors, so he put one inside here in my studio and one over in his work shed. Just to see what the temperatures are doing inside the 2 different buildings. And because we insulated and put not drywall but wall paneling up in here, it's doing pretty well, keeping the room at a good temperature. I'm kind of watching it because what I was worried about is that it would get too cold. I mean, we don't get super cold here. We don't get snow. We rarely get frost. But I was afraid that it would get too cold for my paint out here. But it really hasn't. The lowest temperature I think we've had in the last 30 days out here is, actually it's not even showing whole 30 days because we didn't put up the gauge until Christmas or first of the year. But anyway, for the last 15-20 days, the low temperature inside has been like 48. What did I do with my, oh, I didn't bring my phone out here. Okay, I can't tell you because it's on my phone. Yeah, it's been about 48 degrees inside the studio, and it's been in the low 30s a couple of days, like 35, 34, 35, not quite down into the lowest 30s, but it's been pretty chilly, for us anyway, outside, and it stayed at least 10 degrees above the outside temperature in here, which that's good. That's what I wanted. I wanted to make sure that we weren't going to freeze my paints. I think as long as it's right around, hovering around 50, I'm good with that. I do have a heater in here, so I knew I was going to come out and draw. When I first got up this morning, it said it was 49 in here. I think so. No, it was warmer than that in here. Yeah, it said it was like 60, 61, 62 or something in here, because it was like in the 50s outside and wet. So I came out and about an hour before I wanted to come out here and draw. This looks like Dr. Seuss. Do you see Dr. Seuss? I'm seeing Dr. Seuss now all of a sudden. And I turned on my heater, so it's about 70 in here. Nice comfortable temperature. Hadn't even thought that I was using the 3 Dr. Seuss primaries. You know, Dr. Seuss doesn't use red. He uses this kind of magenta color. And he uses a cyan, so kind of a brighter blue rather than a primary blue. Yeah, this is looking very Dr. Seuss. Which I really, I like this. That's really cool that I'm seeing Dr. Seuss, because now I'm not going to be able to unsee Dr. Seuss, but I like it. This is pretty. I like it. Okay. I've been drawing for almost a half hour. Doesn't feel like a half hour. And that's because of the coloring. Coloring always takes longer. It can probably take twice as long to color a piece as it does to draw it. And that's probably about right. So for this week I decided on this one, which is SwirlBall. The next one will be Sweetheart Slide, because we are getting closer to Valentine's Day. I thought a heart-shaped one was good. And then Star Pillow is what I've decided on for this week. And for the following week, on the 28th, you'll see To the Point. On the 30th will be Toodle Trio, and then February 1st will be Trelly's Elven. If you want to look ahead and see what patterns I have decided they're coming up. They're still part of the daily focus, so if you go in like you always did and found the patterns under pattern focus, they will be there. But they'll be you'll have to scroll way back. Okay, that's looking very Dr. Seussy. So now I need to decide, oops, that wasn't what I wanted to do. Now I need to decide if I want some kind of shading. I think I'm gonna need some shading, but I don't know what. Let me think. I think I want some highlight. Where's the sun? Where's my light source? My light source is going to come from here, I think. Which means that this will have highlights on this edge. Here, and maybe right in here. And maybe kind of like in here. And then it'll have shadow on this side. And perhaps on this side of this stripey too. Do I want it like that? Let me look. I'm just playing and testing. If I don't like it, I can always erase. Yeah, I think that'd be alright. And then maybe that little bit like that to give it some dimension for the stripe, I think. That's what I want to do. Okay. Something like that for that one. I don't know if you'll be able to tell the difference on the camera or not. Might not be, might be kind of subtle. I don't know. Does that work? I think it works. Okay, and then along here, I want to highlight like that. Okay, that is a funky texture all of a sudden. I wonder if my pen got too cold. I was worried about my paints getting too cold, but I'm wondering if my pen got too cold. That's interesting. Okay. Not usually textured like that. needs more. Yeah. I like that. Okay. So then the next one down is going to get shadows on this side of the stripies. Like that, and then some over here, like so. Like that. I'm almost thinking it might need a little bit thicker of a pen line right there to really get those to stand out. I might. And then I'm going to put my light source. It's going to make a highlight right down here. Like that. It's going to get smaller as it goes down and bigger closer to the light source. A little bit of highlight. I'm going to erase my little arrow. Don't need it anymore. Something like that, maybe. This has been going on a long time. Sorry, it's a long one today. It's because I decided to color. I think I'm going to try a little bit thicker of a line here. Yeah, that's what it needed. Yep. I don't know, can you guys tell the difference? I can see it. It's worth it to take the time, go back and do this extra line. Okay, that's better. Oh, I like it. See, when I look at it here and then I look at it on the screen, that's two different things. Then I think I need a little bit of highlighting on the red in a couple of spots. Like that. Okay, I think I'm done now. Okay, this one was kind of a challenge. I think you guys can do it. I really liked the two overlapping. The third one made it really difficult, so you may not want to do the third one, but I like it, and it's definitely very Dr. Seussy. I'm glad to be working today. I'm going to take myself a little break because that was a little longer than I had anticipated, and I will be back for the next one, which will be Sweetheart Slide. We'll see how that goes. You guys have a great day. Go out and do something nice for someone today and make the world a better place, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.